There is absolutely no one here. I have the entire waterfall to myself, and so I figured, well, why not? It's probably time for a immigration vlog sort of update. I might wait till I get within the trees though, so that the wind doesn't completely fuck with y'all. That's the arse end of the falls. And yeah, as I said earlier, I'll wait till I get into the trees before I get into the nitty gritty of it. But does that black splodge look like a kangaroo to anyone else? Like a Qantas logo? That being the tail, that being the feet, like mid-jump. Does that black smudge look like a kangaroo to anyone else? Or am I just really homesick? Looks like a good spot. My own little oasis. I was gonna sit there, but there's a bunch of mosquitoes and I don't want to fuck with their like habitat and stuff. And to be honest with you, I kind of want to keep moving while I talk and stuff as well. Plus the actual falls and the water and stuff over there is loud. So I'm not sure how well you'd be able to hear me, but I guess now is as good a time as any, right? I may as well start chatting with you all. I should keep those on, so if I'm not looking at the lens, you can't tell. Anyway, this is a beautiful view as well. But now's as good a time as any, I guess, to start the chat. Today is actually the 9-year anniversary of the last time I attempted suicide. This is a path, and I didn't realize there was a path here. I'm going to go down it, so that's cool. Ooh. Have a look at that, that's beautiful. But yeah, on this day 9 years ago, I left my house and went down to Roseville Bridge in between Chatswood and DY, and yeah, with every intent to jump off it. And obviously, because I'm here, I didn't do that. I didn't end up jumping off. It was actually kind of a weird story. There was no one on the bridge. There was no one anywhere near the bridge. Like, I parked at the end of the bridge. Anyone that's been down that way knows where the bridge is, where I'm talking about and stuff. This is a slippery path. I maybe shouldn't have walked down it. But oh well. It's pretty. Long story short, I was on the bridge. There was no one else on the bridge. I was looking out over the bridge. It was a sunrise. It was a beautiful sunrise, so I waited for a bit just to watch the sunrise. I am going to turn around because this path is getting a bit dodgy. And see, in my head I just thought, oh, wise, you're defeating your bipolar, well done. Like, yeah, that wasn't impulsive. But like, I'm literally midway along the path, so I don't know about that. Anyway, I was on the bridge. I was looking out over the sunset, or sunrise, sorry. And was like, I still remember, it was one of the most beautiful sunrises I've ever seen. Like the lilacs and the burnt orange, like it was like an ombre from one to the other, and it was, yeah, it was next level, you know. And sorry, I'm just trying to be really, I don't want to fall in that. That would be death. And despite the topic at hand, I don't want to die. Not today, anyway. But yeah, now I've reached safety again. I was on the bridge, looking out over the sunrise, and like just at the point where I was like, all right, I've soaked it all in. All right, I'm done now. Some dude just appeared out of nowhere, and I swear to God, like he was jogging. He was out for his fitness and stuff, but I swear he hadn't been on that bridge till I made that decision, you know what I mean? Like it was a whole thing. Jesus, what a mission walking up those stairs was. I'm gonna try and put you down somewhere, I think, because walking was a bad idea. All right, y'all are on a park bench now, and I'm sitting in like dewy sort of ground, you know, like the moisture, the morning air and whatnot, but it'll do, because I really don't want to. I'm going to leave that on in case the microphone's for acting. I don't want to keep walking. But yeah, long story short, dude appeared out of nowhere. absolutely out of fucking nowhere. And like, I had my hands on the railing like that. And he just put his hand on my hand, like I didn't even know he was there. But he put his hand on my hand and said, "It's beautiful, isn't it?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's fucking amazing, you know." And he asked me how I was doing, and I was honest with him. I said, "Well, not that great, mate." Like, and we had a little discussion. I can't even remember, like I can only remember one aspect of it, you know, and it was the end of the conversation. Because he said to me, like, it is beautiful though, right? Looking out at the sunrise. And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "You know when it'll be even more beautiful?" And I said, "When?" And he said, "Tomorrow." And yeah, he straight up saved my life. Like, I don't fucking know who he was. He doesn't know who I am. He kept jogging. It was a thing. But yeah, 9 whole fucking years ago, right? Like, yeah, I don't know why I felt like bringing that up, but I thought about it on my walk this morning, and I figured, like, I got 2 kids now and a stepdaughter, 3 kids, you know, like I got whole life as an immigrant here. I got you guys, you know what I mean? Nearly 10k subs. Like, not that the numbers are important, but you know what I mean, right? Like, there's a lot to live for, and it does get better, you know what I mean? So I guess that's the point of me bringing that up, I guess, you know what I mean? But yeah, if you're watching this, if you're a person who's probably about 10 years older than me, so he'd be in his 40s by now, and you were jogging on this day 9 years ago in between DY and Chatswood, and you stopped some bearded, tattooed dickhead from jumping off a bridge, like, not that either of you spoke about it like he was gonna, but you both knew, you know what I mean? Like, if that was you, give it a flip, you know, flip me a message. Love to chat with you, catch up, all that sort of shit. It's been about 3 months since my last immigration vlog. There's a lot to update you on. I had written a list, and then the list is at home, which is annoying, but it is what it is. That's pretty much what happens every time I ever write a list. Shopping list, other list, any type of list, really, you know what I mean? Like, what's the point of lists other than to sit at home on the fucking table, right? Like, that's what they're for. But yeah, I guess since the last immigration vlog, there's been a lot going on in the world and with me and in general. I said I was going to do a live stream about gun control that I didn't end up doing because, in short, I'm a bitch. But it's really hard. I just don't get it, you know what I mean? And it doesn't matter how hard I try to get it, I still don't. I can't wrap my head around it, you know? Like, I don't understand. Like, and that post was in the, you know, and if you haven't seen it, check out my community tab on my channel that's got like a fucking 150 comments or something. There's a woman named Lisa who was doing her best to engage civilly from a pro-gun perspective, and I disengaged at Godwin's Law. Like, once she started bringing up the Nazis, it's like, you know, the conversation's over at that point. If you've never heard of Godwin's Law, it's the theory that the longer a conversation goes for on the internet, the more likely the Nazis are to be brought up. And I mean, it's just a personal thing of mine. It always has, well, not always, the internet hasn't always been a thing. It's been a thing of mine since about the fucking mid-2000s, that whenever the person brings up the Nazis in Godwin's Law, whenever the eventual person that you're debating brings up the Nazis, just disengage. There's the conversation has reached a point of no return, you know what I mean? But that was in the wake of the Buffalo grocery store shooting. You know, little old ladies getting their fucking rice and like meat and bread and milk and like not even safe getting your fucking groceries. Not even safe getting your groceries, you know what I mean? And then a week and a bit later, 9-year-olds in a 4th grade classroom in Texas. All the guns in Texas, you know, like fucking every pro-gun argument you've read, like, oh, well, guns save more people than that, you know, if there'd been a gun in that room defending that, like, fucking all the guns in Texas couldn't stop those fucking children being shot, you know, like, if the answer's more guns, you would have thought Texas had already done that, you know what I mean? I know, I'm an immigrant, I'm ignorant. If you don't like it, go home. If you don't like it, go home. I fucking will before my kids go to school. Trust me on that. My kids won't be going to school in this backwards ass fucking country if the gun laws don't change. And you can unsubscribe if you don't like me saying that. But like it's absurd to me. You know, it's absurd. That Texas guy, and like, yeah, maybe if all the teachers are trained and all the teachers have guns, like, because it is a different planet, you know what I mean? That's what I was gonna say. That's what I said to one of my mates this morning. You know, like, people, all these, you know, well-meaning fucking do-nothing people, the people that, the thoughts and prayers people, you know, who are literally talking to themselves at that point. Again, atheist. And I'm annoyed, so if you don't like what I'm saying, take it with a grain of salt, you know what I mean? But like, rather talk to yourself than fucking actually do something about it. Like, it's frustrating to me, and I get stuck on a loop, you know what I mean? Like, I get stuck on a loop of just, we can fix this. The dude who did the shooting in Texas, like, if we had better gun control, would not have been able to get a gun. It's as simple as that. And you know, people, I understand the argument of like, oh, well, criminals aren't going to follow the law and bad guys will still have the guns and stuff. But it's like, do you have any, I'm from Australia, right? I am Australian. Do you have any idea how hard it is to get a gun in that country? We had the biggest murder in the history of, hey, morning, how you doing? We had the biggest murder in the history of the planet because some autistic dude went and got a bunch of guns and killed a bunch of people. And like, again, I'm not using that as a pejorative, I'm using it as a descriptive term. Martin Bryant was autistic as fuck. Like, you know, if there's a spectrum of like not autistic, Sheldon Cooper, Martin Bryant's fucking down here, you know what I mean? Like, he's, and so we put a whole bunch of restrictions on guns, and you can still get a gun in Australia. Like, I'm friends with some fucking dodgy cunts, man, that have fucking, like, you know what I mean? But it's like, not for less than 20 grand you can't. You know, like, not for less than, like, very well organised crime you can't. And there are no fucking autistic cunts that have the capability to operate the black market like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's, yeah, criminals will still have guns, but the criminals that are smart enough to get the guns are also smart enough not to use them, like, at a fucking elementary school, you know? They're buying it so that when they sell crack down the road, they've got a bit of protection on them. Like, it's not the same mentality. The people that are going to go do mass shootings will not be able to get guns on the black market. That's just, like, it's as evidenced by literally every fucking country on the planet that has gun control. Like, I know, I moved to America, I need to accept American values and I need to live as an American as a result of that, but it just seems so fucking absurd. Little tiny children, you know, like, I'm not trying to tell you how to live your life. I'm not trying to fucking get on my soapbox and be a dick. I'm not trying to be like, move here and say, let's turn this into a bigger version of Australia, because there are so many aspects of America and so many things about America that I fucking love and that are so much better than Australia, you know? And I'm wary of people, like the if you don't like it, go home factor, you know? Like the, if you don't like it, go home. If you don't like it, go home. Like, this is my home. When your home starts falling apart, you don't just fuck off and go to a new one. If the roof starts falling in, you fix the roof. Like, and I don't know what else to call school shootings but a fucking roof caving in on our country, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't. It's, like, I thought it was batshit crazy before I have kids. Now I have kids, I'm like, and the thing is, 95% of Americans agree with me. I know they do. Like, it's just, it's absurd, you know? But we should move on from the gun control discussion, I think. Just because it's not going to solve anything. I've been filming for 10 minutes at this point, you know what I mean? So I'll probably clip it and post it, and I'll either lose a bunch of subs or I won't. Let me know in the comments what you think of what I think. I guess. But it's like, you know, people say, oh, well, there were background checks done. This guy had a background check. And it's like, yeah, well, they're obviously not checking for the right shit. Like, I don't care. Like, yeah. Anyway, what else has happened since my immigration update last time? What else is going on? Obviously, those are a pretty fucking big deal. But, there was the Will Smith thing with fucking Chris Rock. What a joke that all was. There were some people in my life who were taking that super seriously, and it's like, it's all just theatre. The slap was theatre. The fucking, like, oh, he was joking about his wife's alopecia. Since when can't you joke about alopecia? Like, she doesn't have fucking cancer, you know, like, she's not dying of it. It's a non-threatening, like, non-life-threatening illness, if that's even a right word. Like, I don't know, it's fucking, your hair falls out though, deal with it. Like, you're the one that wore it as a buzz cut, like, and so many people, like, well, not so many people, one person in particular, kept trying to say it was a race thing, how it's a black woman's hair, like, you don't understand and stuff, and it's like, so wear a fucking wig. Like, 75% of the other black women in that audience, you know, like, if you're that worried about people taking the piss out of your testicle-looking head, don't dress it up to look like a testicle. I don't fucking know. But yeah, I remember that was on my list because there were people in my life who were taking it very, very seriously, and I was not. And that was funny. What else was there? JJ busted his lip for the first time this month, which was, I mean, a whole thing, you know, like. He tripped over in the lounge room. We have hardwood floorboards, and he tripped over and, yeah, just face planted. He was holding something. I can't remember what he was holding, but he was holding something, and he just face planted and landed, like, he bit his lip a little bit. And it was, like, I don't know, like, I thought, I mean, parenting's a trip, you know what I mean? Parenting's fucking wild, and so who knows what I thought I would be like. I'm sort of just flying by the seat of my pants at this point. But it was really hard for me. It was really devastating, you know, like the first 5 minutes of him, like, scream crying and there being a bit of, like, a blood on his lip, and it was swelling a bit and stuff, and it was just like, I was like, I'm sorry I failed you, you know, like, it was a whole thing, and it's like, kid's gonna fucking fall over sometimes. Kid's gonna bust his lip. It is what it is. But that was a process as well. I think at the end of the day, like, it's Apollo's first birthday in 3 days. It's JJ's second birthday a week after that. It's been over 3.5 years since I've hugged my mum or my sister. Every chapter, like, every milestone they hit is a chapter that my family have missed. And I made that happen when I moved, you know? And so I need to accept that instead of just, like, living in the state of sadness about it, you know? Like, I've got to stop mourning these kids playing cricket that I never had and won't, you know what I mean? Like, it's a framework that I live in that I should, like, I don't know what the words are, you know what I mean? Like, I've still got an Australian mindset a lot of the time. I see a school shooting and I go, well, that's, like, it's my fault that my kids are in harm's way now because I'm the one that moved from Australia to America, and they wouldn't exist if I hadn't done that. And so now if they go to school in this country, I'm the one to blame, and, you know, if something goes wrong. And but it's not just that, it's like a whole bunch of stuff, you know what I mean? Like, it's the everything. It's hard. I guess what I'm saying is there's a million things at once going on, and it's like everything just boils down in my head to the fact that I am very out of place, you know? And, like, what I think is a normal reaction to stuff is not here. And so I have reactions to things often where I'll be like, yeah, okay, and then realise the person wasn't kidding, and now I look like a cunt because they weren't kidding, But that's just so anathema to something that I would have thought that it's like, it's been hard the last couple of months, as evidenced by the fact that I haven't really been doing anything on YouTube. Things are boosting on the YouTube Shorts side of things, and I figure uploaded is better than nothing, and online is better than perfect, and like, I feel deep regret that I haven't done many reactions in the last few months, because they get me fucking great views and they get me great money, you know, apart from anything else. Like, no offense, guys, you know, like, I know it's also what my audience prefers, but on a purely selfish perspective, it's my money earner as well. And I just don't do them because I need to be in the right mindset. You know what I mean? Like, nobody's gonna watch me watching a reaction video going, while I'm thinking about fucking depressing shit, you know? I gotta be up and about, you know? My best video is the Isle of Man video where I'm like, fucking holy shit, all the time, and it's a thing. I can't force myself to get into that mindset because I just fucking don't like so many things about being here, and it's fucking hard, you know? Like, I don't want to seem ungrateful or anything, but it's been 3 and a bit fucking years. Why can't I do anything yet? If I'd fucking walked across the southern border, I'd have been fucking, like, in a house by now. And I know that sounds fucking racist as well, but it's like, at the end of the day, like, I don't know what I've got an interview set now, finally. Finally, there's a date set for me to have an interview in regards to my green card, where my wife and I prove that it's not a, like, we've had 2 fucking kids, but we're going to prove it's not some marriage just for a green card, and it's just offensive. That's it at the end of the day. It's a fucking offensive. This country is a better place for me being in it. I make this place better. I do. And that's not me saying this place is shit. That's not me saying that this is a bad place. This is me saying that this is a melting pot. This is a place where compassionate, smart people can come together and work together for the betterment of humanity. Like, it's the greatest fucking experiment in humanity, and I am on board, and I want to be a part of it, and you want me to be a part of it, even if you don't fucking know you do. You do. I'm good for this place. Let me be a part of this place. Let me be a part of, like, hurry the fuck up, you know? Like, it is very evident that this place is not my home, and I would like to make it so, but it is a difficult process to even be allowed to. You know, I guess that's what I'm saying. And there are so many different factors at play. And it's like, I want to grab a hold of someone and just fucking shake him, you know what I mean? Like, anyone. Fucking anyone. Just be like, little fucking children were shot and killed by some mental cunt who could just go down the road and grab some guns. Like, no one's saying don't have guns. No one's saying you can't have your guns. Like, if you're a sane person, you're a normal person, you can have your fucking guns. You can have your shooting practice. You can, like, have a fucking effigy in my image if you want. I don't fucking care. Like, have a whole basement, a gun range, a personal, like, get your fucking self a tank and an anti-aircraft missile for all I care about. Just stop the retards and the fucking idiots. Like, stop the crazies getting it. And we can do that. I know we can, because the rest of the world does. And no, I don't think some bipolar cunt like myself should have the Second Amendment right. I don't think some autistic cunt should have the Second Amendment right. Absolutely, I think rights should be distributed according to your mental capacity. And maybe I'm a cunt for that. Maybe I just don't understand the Declaration of Independence. Maybe I don't get it because I'm not from here, which is, you know, a favourite argument when I'm making perfect sense and people don't like to hear it. It's just, oh, you don't get it because you're not from here, you haven't grown up with it. Yeah, you're right, I haven't been indoctrinated into it. I don't fucking get it. But anyway, I'm gonna keep walking because my ass is getting wet. But I feel like I've ranted way too much about gun control. I'll probably clip it. I'll definitely clip it and post that as well, because, you know, controversial issues get the views and all that, so I'm told. But yeah, this is an immigration vlog. And I mentioned in passing that my visa application, my green card application, has progressed to the next stage finally, which is good. I'll let you know more on that when there's more on that to know, you know what I mean? I've been developing some friendships here, which is good. About fucking time since the pandemic ended and all that sort of stuff, right? I had a bit of a fucking fun time the other day. What was I doing? It fell out of my brain as I was just about to talk about it, but it's the thing. What's going on there? I don't know. I think I've ranted at you for far too long now, to be honest, but we're going to keep ranting while I walk. What else is there? Ah, look here. I remember, since I last spoke to you, I did that image, or I made that image. I've been walking with Apollo a lot, and with JJ. They're not with me this morning, but it's a thing. Been walking with them while their mum's been at work and all that sort of jazz. Look, the lighting under this bridge is phenomenal. I wonder if my phone will sit there too. Will you sit on any of these ledges? Any of these bits of rock? Oh, that one's perfect. That one's like it's made for a phone. Oh, no. He says as he fucking drops his phone. How about that one? Yeah, perfect. Alright. I'm probably going to wrap this up relatively quickly because the lighting is not actually perfect now I look at it. But, yeah, this is a fact. This is an image with dad facts and whatnot. I thought it was super interesting. This is going to be echoey as fuck as well because you're on the fence. We're going to move. I thought it was super interesting, the fact that dudes can grow like milk ducts and dudes can feed, like in the event like that they have to in the wild and whatnot, if we're all still living in caves, if we hadn't fucking done what we do and formula and all that. And so I should talk about the formula shortage too. Yeah, as I said, dad facts image. Pause it and read some of them, because whatever that is, prolactin, I think from memory, is super interesting to me. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know enough about it, but I found it interesting, so I did a thing on Instagram. You should follow me on Instagram if you don't yet. Squid Centauri, just like with everything else. Have a look at that angle. That's beautiful, right? We haven't really been hit by the formula shortage in terms of Apollo and stuff. Like JJ's 2, he's on solids and normal milk and all that sort of stuff. Like, yeah, it's not an issue in regards to him. He doesn't drink formula anymore. Apollo still does, but it's only like every second or third meal he has. Like, he's on a lot of the not quite solid, not quite liquid. It's certainly not a gas, but you know what I mean. Like those pouch thingies, like applesauce consistency sort of stuff. And he's yeah, like we've got a case of formula, you know what I mean? And so it's not something that we had stocked up when things started coming in being like, oh shit, and we were like, oh well, I feel a little bad, and we offered a couple of friends to send them some cans and stuff, and that was a whole thing. But yeah, it's not really affected us, but it's a whole thing as well, you know? Like, as an immigrant, these last couple of months I have felt very at odds with the country that I've moved to, in a nutshell, you know what I mean? Like, all the abortion shit happening in the South, and federally because of Roe versus Wade and the draft opinion that was released in regards to it. Oh, that is a beautiful bird. Hey, bud. Chirped at me and said, see ya, and then left. That was cute. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, we keep it going, bruh. It's like the third time he's run past me. Fucking, yeah, how are we as a country gonna not approve the fucking formula, like, stuff, you know, like, not make sure that the formula is here, not expedite the formula making process, not like, okay, first of all, why the fuck aren't we making it ourselves? Why the fuck is it being why is any step in the manufacturing process for fucking baby formula being done out of house? Like, this shit should be American made. I don't give a fuck if you know, if there's any part of that process like that is easier not being American made. Make it in America. Give Americans jobs. Give them, use American fucking resources. If there's something in there that we can't possibly get in America, then fine. But make sure we have 800% of what we need. You know, like, what's the point of a government? What is the point of a government? You know, like, that's the question I've been asking myself lately. You know, like, I fucking, all the bullshit that we make up as humans, all this socially created bullshit, you know what I mean? Like, I woke up this morning and I looked at the clock, it was 7 AM, and I was like, oh, that's a bit earlier than I normally get up, you know? And it's like, who cares? Who cares? I woke up, that's the start of my day. Whether it's 6 AM or 8 AM, what the fuck? Why did we invent clocks? And I know why we invented clocks, that was hyperbole, but I'm just saying, like, this, out of all the fucking shit that humans made, what is the point of having a government? What is the point of having one if we're not gonna do shit like make sure little kids can go to school safe, little old ladies can go to the fucking grocery store safe? Like, what? Why are we even fucking playing around? Who are we kidding? You know, like, more military spending than any fucking nation ever in the history of humans. You know, like, biggest army in the world could fight the second biggest and the third biggest if they teamed up, but we can't stop fucking Adrian down the road from buying an AR-15 and shooting up his school when he feels a bit sped like it's so fucking dumb. Like, it just seems dumb to me, and I'm not, like, I shouldn't say stuff like that, it's dumb, because I don't get it, I'm the dumb one, you know, and I moved here, and it's like, but yeah, anyway, I've been ranting, it's over a half hour long, I think I've said the same thing 28 fucking times. This is my peaceful spot, so I'm gonna sit here and calm down, and I'll get back to regular programming soon, I'm sure. Today and this time of year is always just quite tough for me in regards to mental health, and to be honest with you, it's been a rough time, man. No, so I'll see you guys when I look at you. As always, thank you to these patrons and whatnot. If you want to give me a bit of money like they do every month, I like money, spending it on stuff is good. There's also a new super thanks feature on YouTube. I'm eligible for it, it's like down there somewhere, so click that if you want to give me $1 or something. Don't feel any pressure. If you're watching the ads on this video, I'm already getting money from you, so only if you felt like it was necessary, or like you wanted to buy me a beer or something, then by all means. In the meantime, just know that I know it gets better, you know? It'll improve. I am certain we will figure it out, and I'm certain we'll find an answer, because we've found an answer to every other problem that we've faced as a nation so far. You know, we're here now, we're doing our thing, we're gonna continue to do it, we'll figure out a way. It just seems fucking hard while we figure it out, you know? And like, I came here because I figured I could, like, I wanted to be a part of the American story, and I could help the American story be a better one. Both of those things, you know? I didn't come here just to get something from America, I came here to give something to it. And as an Australian who has grown up in an atmosphere without guns, as a shady sort of bloke, I feel like that's what I can contribute. I can sort of contribute a rational discussion when it comes to guns, right now, at the very least. But I don't know, maybe my job's to shut the fuck up and not do anything and just observe. Let me know in the comments section. As I said, I'll see you when I look at you. You'll see me when you look at me. I love you guys. Have a good day.